Yes, now, yesterday, Cop Shakur was also arrested.
Identify yourself. They want to arrest me. I'm here in Kalonzo. Nimekuja kotini to stand with my friend. The only thing I'm having here is a Kenyan flag. They can't yourself. Identify yourself. Nimeona. What am I being arrested for? What am I being arrested for?
When we get to the office.
Okay, let me. Okay.
Yeah.
Kukill raia wa kawaida. Na ndio maana tunasema haiwezekani Ruto Arap Moi kututawala tena. Nguvu tunayo, uwezo tunayo, nia tunayo, na maamuzi tuko nayo. Na ndio maana nasema leo kama mosquito, kwamba serikali ya mosquito imeamua kwamba wanajeshi, polisi, Kenya Prison, Kenya Army, Kenya Air Force, tunaleta nchi yetu kwa mikono ya wananchi wetu. Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya, the sovereign power belongs to us. Kwa hivyo tunataka kusema leo, wewe Gen Z, wewe babu, wewe dada, wewe mama, wewe mwalimu, wewe daktari, inafika wakati mtakaa nyumbani. Sasa mapambano inaanza. Na hii mapambano inaanza. Tunataka tukomboe nchi yetu. Tulete mapinduzi ya kutoa familia ya Arap Moi.
Remember, Peter Osoi alishikwa, then Cop Shakur akaenda kotini kumwangalia police station, yeye pia akashikwa. So, the DCI has confirmed that they are going to charge these two people. I mean, and kwa charge na terrorism. Yeah, because remember they formed a movement called FBI, fighting brutality, impunity. And of course now, this was actually aimed at stopping police brutality. Remember, in some 2 to 3 months, police wameua Wakenya wengi sana. And in fact, we know Rex Masai, we know BONFACE'S, the Hawker, Albert Ojwang. And now this movement was there to quell this, these brutalities. And now, the president is afraid because he knows that if at all this movement becomes big, then he will no longer be the president of this nation. And remember, Peter Osoi is a presidential aspirant 2027. So in a threat kwa Ruto. Now, Cop Shakur ameshikwa, and of course, yeye pia akapo ndani na yeye anaenda kushtakiwa na terrorism. I mean, I don't think this matter is equal to terrorism because this movement is just somehow to quell brutality. Even though details behind the formation was not unveiled to Kenyans. Sorry. But again, the Peter Ogutu, the leader now, is a presidential aspirant, and this makes him a target to William Ruto, because Ruto knows that whoever anataka kuwa president kumtoa una dui yake. Mtu wote. Remember, just PK Salasia alishikwa tu akapelekwa kotini all because he announced that he wanted to be the president of Kenya. So whoever anatoka nje anasema anataka kuwa rais wa Kenya anakuwa adui wa Ruto immediately. And I think Peter Osoi is going to be in for it because the president will not let him go that free. Atamsumbua sana because Osoi is an ex-military officer, and this makes him a very formidable opponent to William Ruto. Because once you are ex-military officer, of course uko na watu kwa army na kwa jeshi, yeah? And this can easily convince other army people to actually join his movement and topple the government. Remember, even in Burkina Faso, the same thing happened. Traore just rose up pole, akakuwa na marafiki wa army, akakuwa leader, then of course he took over the country. And this is the fear William Ruto has for Cop Shakur na Peter Osoi. And now they are saying that they are going to actually level, terrorism charges against these people. And this is going to be tough because the government won't set these people free. Now, wakachilo free, these people will be, watasumbuliwa serikali, because every time, anything they do, the government will be on it. And this, of course, points towards fear. The president is just fearful, anaogopa kwamba hii 2027 kweli akona shida, akona Gachagua kufight huku hivi, akona Raila anataka kumwacha, akona Matiangi wants to be the president. Now is facing Shakur and of course Peter Ogutu, people who can actually bring problems in Kenya. Let me tell you one thing, don't think that these people are harmless. Ukiona serikali imewashika na imewafungia, they know the potential these guys have, for overthrowing the government, and that's how it is. So you see now, let me ask you a question. What if Ruto amekufunga watu? What do you think will happen? Because on my point, I think the army in Kenya is not happy with these developments. In fact, I've just shared the video there, whereby there's a army, a police officer, mjeshi mmoja anasema kwamba Ruto is supposed to be toppled, anafaa atolewe kwa serikali. Huwa anasema hivyo, and this shows that there's discontent within the military. And of course, if at all Ruto pursues this Shakur na Peter Ogutu, of course, this will lead to more anarchy. In fact, Kenyans now are now saying that Ruto's kuachilia huyu watu, they are going back to the streets. So it's like mandamano will never end. And this mandamano, the person who is actually initiating mandamano ni Ruto, because it's the person who is doing wrong things in Kenya. And of course, these wrong things make the Gen Zs angry to the point whereby wanaamua kuenda kwa streets. And of course, if they go kwa mandamano, Ruto himself said that lazima wapigwe risasi ya mguu. So inamaanisha wakienda pale, they'll still be shot. And this will of course lead to more chaos. That's what I'm saying. This movement, FBI movement, is actually a movement that is giving President Ruto sleepless nights. So he knows that Peter Ogutu has been, amekuwa akijitoa kama, Traore, the way anavana, the way anaongea. So he knows that he is facing another Traore in Kenya. And in fact, he's facing this Traore in Kenya, wa Kenya sasa, which is of course Osoi, and I'm faced at a point whereby Kenyans don't want him. Kenyans are fed up na serikali. So it's very easy for Kenyans to rally behind, Peter Ogutu na Shakur, because right now already wamesema wataandamana. So inamaanisha kwamba they are on Shakur's side. So this shows the president is actually pushed against the wall, and there's no way whatsoever is going to actually, atajitoa kwa history yote, because Kenyans are on his neck, and of course there are so many people out there who want his seat. Now being that ameumiza wa Kenya, he has got nowhere to run than to face the problems he actually caused in Kenya. So do you really believe that the military might intervene in matter? And of course, they might of course say that this nation is now headed nowhere, and we need to take this nation to rule the same way, Zimbabwe and of course Burkina Faso did. Do you think that is where we are headed? Do you think, Shakur and of course Osoi are small people to William Ruto, yenye atawacrash, wakanyage na watu wasahau, watu endelee? What do you think about this story? Do you believe that the military is actually almost taking over? Do you think Ruto fears the military more than even the wananchi, more than Gachagua and Raila? Do you think Ruto fears the military more than Gachagua and Raila? What do you think about this issue? You need to hit me on the comment section, and of course, we meet in the next video. Thank you. Adios. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea, the place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, Every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.